When it comes to considering our region and nation's economy, we may be getting just to the interesting part of the story. Now, economists will take an expression like interesting and have a very different definition probably than most people would have, and that's all right. So let's unpack the word interesting for a moment. When an economist uses the word interesting, they mean from a data perspective and from an activity perspective, that it means it's different, it's unique. There's something about it that doesn't track along the normal linear track that we see within data sets. For most people, when they hear the word interesting, they have a very different connotation to that. My name is James McCafferty, and I'm with the Puget Sound Economic Forecaster. The Forecaster is your window into our region's economy and is a great source for information that helps you understand how to take actions that may benefit your company or your organization in regards to the economic data. We recently published our June report. That quarterly report has a number of different articles in it that you may find interesting and useful. Let me tell you a little bit about the content that you may be looking for. First, we spent some time talking about data accuracy. There's some significant data challenges continuing to emerge within the data that we use to understand what's going on within the economy. Now, data is always inconsistent to some degree, and different indicators will go different directions from time to time, and that's normal, and we're used to that. But we're seeing different fluctuations that are very different, hence the word interesting at the beginning. We spent some time discussing and exploring what those data challenges are and how you might use what we're seeing in those fluctuations as you look at the data and make some decisions around how to interpret actions from what you're seeing. We also take a look at how we've done forecasting accuracy-wise. So we look at statistically looking at how close our forecasts have been with reality. Now this gets interesting, especially since we've had a pandemic and we've had a lot of significant changes and things that have happened within our economy. And you may be thinking, okay, so your margin of error has probably gotten a little larger. That's actually not true. We've actually done remarkably well, which was great. Great to look at statistics and looking at how the forecasting and our models have held up through some very challenging times. So again, that should give you some sense of security and assurance and when we're looking at our modeling and the things we're talking about within our forecasts. We spent some time talking about regional banks and the connection to our region banks, bank failures in general nationally, and how that all connects to commercial real estate with hybrid work, remote work, and all the other phases of work that we're exploring in our labor force right now. There's a lot of discussion around what that all is going to mean, and there's a lot of connectivity between our region banks and commercial real estate, including the fact that over a third of commercial loans are going to need to be repackaged in the next few years. It's going to cause an incredible amount of shifts and changes within our banking community. Something you should be aware of and something we want to explore some more with you. We're, of course, going to talk about retail sales, construction. Those are perennial topics to talk about anytime you want to look at the region's economy. And of course, looking at our state's official forecast to understand what the state of Washington is expecting in the time ahead. Summer is a great time to catch up on your reading. So whether you're sitting by the pool, sitting on the beach, or at a desk somewhere, summer is a great time to check out our quarterly reports, our monthly updates, which are available through our digital subscription package, and make sure you're scrolling on our social media feed, making sure to catch our July podcast when it's published in mid-July, and we'll update everything we've got going on in our forecasts and our observations of the region's economy. From all of us at Western Washington University and the Puget Sound Economic Forecaster, we hope you have a great and amazing summer.